They were ready to go, and man, they gave it everything. And you know, that was a hard-fought game, and you know, we had to fight our way back in there. And you know, look, I'm proud of the guys. There's things that obviously we got to clean up, but man, they just wouldn't go away. Our guys wouldn't go away. You know, and for our defense to play the way they played, you know, I thought our defense played good early. We just had one play here, one play there that really that hurt us. But the second half, you come out and it's, you know, 4 punts, 2 picks, and a missed field goal. I mean, that's huge. And we talked about it at halftime. We just need to get our takeaways. So the defense did that, and I knew we'd wake up on offense. It was just a matter of time. And then once we were able to.
Can you hear me?
So listen, our fans are huge, traveling like they did. Anyway, proud of the guys. Big win. Well, look, let me start here. We did Thursday at the end of practice, we did an end of game situation live. You know, offense versus defense, and we were at the minus 46 seconds left, one timeout for the win. And so Golf hit Saint, you know, and got it to the plus 43. And, you know, there we are, 1 second left after the timeout, and rolled him out there, and he nailed it. And this was outside, slight wind in his face. And so, man, you could just feel the team as well as all of us. You know, there's just a confidence, and okay, man, that was big. So it was the first thing I thought of when we got there, and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about, you know, you go for this, you know, and I just felt good about it. I just felt like he's going to make it, you know, and he did. He stepped up and nailed it. That was great. This is the most confident.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, canvas open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Lion Villain Report. It is a Victory Monday right here, and I am your host. It's your boy, Russell Wayne, up in the house after Victory Monday. Lions win 26-23 on a last-second game-winning field goal by Jake, the Master Bates. He is the king of Sting. I don't know what to call this guy. I'm so excited about that. So right now we're broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page, where we have over 57,000, approaching 58,000 followers right there. Why have billions when you can have thousands? Yeah, broadcasting live into YouTube, which is at Lions Villain Squad. And we are brought to you by NFL Shop. You can use the link that is in the comments that I'm putting in there right now, or you can use that QR code, save up to 30% off of your order so you can get one of them Blackberry. That is a smooth looking Jahmyr Gibbs jersey right there, if I do say so myself. Hey, if you want to be guilty by association, you want to partner with the Villain Squad, you own a business, and you have a business in the Detroit area or even in the mid-Michigan area, and you are a Lion fan, you want to be guilty by association, get a hold of Main Event Mike, 810-620-2167, and you can find out how you can be guilty by association. Partner with the Villain Squad, the UDFA, the Tom Kennedy of sports podcasting. And you can help us out by simply liking, sharing, and commenting on this content right here. And we appreciate you for doing that. Please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Help us get this in the algorithm. Help us get this out there for everybody right there. And on our Stars program, we'll go to support Riker Wayne's World. Riker is my son, and he has special needs, and he has a rare genetic disorder. And that's being studied by the University of Michigan. And my wife's Facebook page is documenting the journey for our family. She's also an awesome resource for parents who have children with special needs. So if you're commenting using Stars, I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting our journey right there, because it's faith, family, and football. And it's in that order. It's in that order because it's important that we use football instead of letting football use us. We use football to create memories instead of letting football use us. And here we are on Victory Monday. Bills are paid. We're out there, and I'm here with my partner in crime right here, the Emmy-nominated Main Event Mike.
Sorry, I'm late, Russ. I was in the trash talk groups trolling all the Packer fans that said the game was over in the third quarter.
Yeah, that is hilarious, isn't it? Counting their chickens before they were hatched right there, as you can see with our the crying Texans fans. They were as confident as Lion fans were last year in the NFC Championship. It was about the same type of deal, and we came roaring back, man. What a great game. What game. I'm going to make an argument later that I think it's the best game that we played all year. It's like the most impactful. Just how many ways can you find to win? 5 interceptions, and you found a way to win the game. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So why don't you start us out, Mike? Get us unless you got a comment to start us out here. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah.
And tail of the tape.
Yeah. 26-23 Lions win on the road Sunday Night Football against the Houston Texans. What a game. The offense sputtering in the first half. Not good. Here's your tail of the tape. Here's your box score. Jared Goff, one of his worst performances of his career. Only 50% completion. He was 15 of 30 for 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. But he pulled it out at the end when it mattered. Jahmyr Gibbs was a beast in this game. He over 100 yards from scrimmage. He was 19 carries, 71 yards. And it was obvious at the beginning of the game they were trying to get Gibbs going. He also had 2 receptions for 37 yards. One was a 33-yarder in the fourth quarter on third down to keep the chains moving. What a great run up the sidelines. Jahmyr Gibbs doing it all yesterday. David Montgomery, not so good for him. 12 catches, 32 yards, but he did get a touchdown. The Houston Texans made it very obvious what they were doing on defense. You are not going to run up the middle with David Montgomery on us today. And they set that out, and they did accomplish that. However, the Lions did get over 105 yards rushing total for the game. So they do break 100 yards rushing for the game. Sam Laporta, 3 receptions, 66 yards and a touchdown. St. Brown, 6 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. Unsung hero for this game for me, Jameson Williams. 3 catches, 53 yards, but man, were they great catches. Man, were they big catches. Getting hammered over the middle, still managing to hold onto the ball. He caught one that was behind him. I was super impressed with how JMO played yesterday. He had some really good blocks in the run game as well. And the defense. The defense is the real story of this game, okay? Brian Branch led the team with tackles. Brian Branch was on fire. He played Pro Bowl football yesterday, folks. I don't know if you know this. Carlton Davis, 2 interceptions. And let me tell you, the second interception by Carlton Davis, he came all the way across the field. He was guarding the guy on the left side, and he came all the way across to make the pick on the other side of the field in the other opposite end zone. What a great play that was. 2 interceptions by Carlton Davis. And then Jake Bates, obviously a game winner at 52 yards. He also hit a 58-yarder. He remains perfect on field goals for the year. And, it just goes to show different phases picking up the other phases of the game that are lacking. Even Jack Fox had a bad game. He only averaged 47 yards for punt, which, 10 years ago, that would have been an NFL record. But Jack Fox, 4 punts, averaged 47 yards. Even he wasn't on his game yesterday. But the kicking game, Jake Bates and the defense did enough to win the game. The defense, let's talk about that defense real quick. CJ Stroud, not good. 19 of 33 for 232 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He had a passer rating of 64.2. This guy was Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. And I have to admit, even though he only completed 19 passes, man, there were some of those passes that were just gorgeous. Perfect tight spirals that just were right into a tight window every single time. It seemed like they were moving the ball on third down. They were able to move the chains a lot. When you look at the box score, Houston only 6 of 15 on third down, but it sure seemed like more than that. While the Lions actually 7 of 12 on third down. Very, very nice. Lions 2 of 3 in the red zone. Houston 2 for 4 in the red zone. Houston did dominate the time of possession. They had the ball for over 32 minutes to the Lions 27 minutes. And Lions outgained him in yards up and down the field, 345 total yards, while Houston only had 248 yards. The defense for the Lions, 4 sacks, while Houston generated 0 sacks. Even though Houston was getting some pressure on Goff all game long, they were getting to him and getting to the ball, which was a big contributing factor to those 5 turnovers, of course. But you know what? They shut down Joe Mixon. Dan Campbell said before the game that was going to be the key to the game was be stopping Mixon. They gave him the ball 25 times, so they kept on feeding him, but he mustered only 46 yards, folks. 46 yards on 25 carries. That's a paltry average of like 1.3 yards per carry. He did get a touchdown, but they just shut Mixon in the running game right down. Total of 56 rushing yards as a team for the Houston Texans. They didn't have Nico Collins. They didn't have Stephon Diggs. So the other guys had to step up. John Mechie stepped up big, 5 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Tank Dell, 5 catches, 39 yards. And that is your tail of the tape.
The tail of the tape. You can always count on tail of the tape right here every single Monday when we do Overreaction Monday. Now, this works both ways as we go. And great job, Mike. You always do a good job at the tail of the tape going through. But it is overreaction no matter what way. When we win, we're ready for the Super Bowl. We're ready to hoist the Lombardi. We're ready to crown all these guys as all-time players. Wow, these guys are great, right? And when we lose, we overreact. Oh, what's wrong? Who are we going to fire? Who's going to be held accountable? So Overreaction Monday, you can count on it every single week right here. PFF Tuesday, every Tuesday, I'm going to go over the nerdy stuff tomorrow with all my nerdy guys out there. We'll go through all the PFF scores. We will compare them to what Mike just said, which is what we saw with our eyeballs. And what we saw with our eyeballs, what I wanted to bring up here was something about Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, Mike. And I know that that's going to be a talk in here. And before I get into that, let's say hello to everybody. But let's talk about these 5 interceptions. Let that stew in your mind, everybody out there, while I'm going through and saying hello to everybody. Good morning to you, Davey. Are you hearing my drops or no? Are they still?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Dwayne Keene says first half was horrible, but they made adjustments, and in the second half they got the win. Good or ugly, a win is a win. Find ways to close it out, and it's not over till the clock says triple zeros. And that's such a good point. That is such a good point. Happy Victory Monday. Now, make sure you hit that like button right now because something's going on with the StreamYard. So we can't see your names. StreamYard put a little disclosure out to me before I made the event today. I can't see the stream. We can't see how many people are liking the program. It's not registering all of the views right now. So we have no idea how many people are watching, and we have no idea how many people are liking this video. But we appreciate everybody that does. And I'll find out after the show's over. Dwayne said Houston came to play and could have smoked us, but they let up. I don't agree with that at all. We'll talk about that. Henry Gray says Carlton Davis is my nominee for fill-in of the week for sure.
You like that?
Like that. Hell of a win. Yes. Good morning to all the Facebook users right here. I am so sorry that we're not able to actually put your name on there. I'll take the win. It was ugly, but they won. And in the past, the Lions would have never won this game. And that is very true. Super Bowl or bust from Donkey Kong. Thank you to all of my guys that are watching on the YouTube page right now, which right there is the Lions our NFL shop link right there. Save up to 30% off in comments right now. Jeffrey Addison is present and accounted for, and the Texans did what we do. They make an opponent one-dimensional, and then they attacked. And then we reversed that like Mr. Miyagi and used their momentum against them and then came back and won. Plus, Sam Laporta did play again. Hello to Adam.
Hello to my
What's up, broski Bears?
hello to my
Saying that we look like a team of destiny. Bears look like a team of dysfunction. Enjoy the ride.
Gotta love that. Broski Bear saying the Lions look like a team of destiny. Man, what a great compliment, Broski. Thank you.
Yes. Gosh, I wish I could see you guys. Scotty Reno up in the house. Facebook user up in the house. Paul Jones up in the house, and Donkey Kong up in the house. Corey Patterson up in the house. Growing pains for the Bears. They will figure it out at some point. I don't know about that. But let's talk about these 5 interceptions. I've said hello to everybody. And is this a red flag to you, Mike, or is this just a speed bump? A little bit of bad luck mixed with,
Well, let's look at it. Let's get some perspective here. 2 of the balls were batted up in the air. One bounced off a helmet. Guy was just in the right spot. Another one, a ball was batted up in the air because it was a swing pass out in the flat, and the DB made a great play and just bounced it up in the air. I don't think either of those are really Goff's fault. And then one of the interceptions was the last play of the first half, a Hail Mary with a couple seconds left. So let's just take those 3 right off of Goff's name. Sure, that goes in the stat. But when you ask me that question, is this just a blip, or is this, something to worry about? No, it's nothing to worry about, because 3 of those 5 interceptions were flukes. They don't even deserve our attention that much because it was just one of those things. The other 2 interceptions, however, are concerning. And a lot of balls thrown into the dirt. On our pre-production call this morning, you and I were talking. You were going to let Goff off the hook on some of those throws. I am not. I see it differently than you. I see it in the first half. He was throwing balls in the dirt that I don't believe he was trying to kill the play. Maybe one of them, it looked like he intentionally threw it into the ground, but there were some. He has games now and then like that where the ball. Let's take a look at the very first play of the game for the Lions on offense. The ball just squirted right out of his hand on the very first play of the game. It was an incomplete pass, but it was kind of indicative of what was going to happen for the rest of that half. He just couldn't seem to get a good handle on the ball. Last week he was 12 for 12 in a pouring rainstorm. And then he goes indoors and the ball's squirting out. He's throwing it all over the ground. He sailed a couple of balls that caused one of those interceptions. So I don't think it's anything to worry about, nothing to push the panic button, but he had 2 legit interceptions that were bad throws.
Absolutely. Yeah. He had a bad game. He had a bad game when it was in, and you could be right about those throws, right? So I was alluding to, because some of those throws were so in front of them and inaccurate that it's almost like, okay, he's killing the play. When I see some of those, maybe not all of them, but some of those, he's absolutely killing the play. Okay, this guy's covered. This guy's covered. I'm not going to throw it to this person. I'm going to throw it short because the DB has position to make the play on the ball. I am not going to throw another interception. I'm going to throw it into the ground and live to fight another day. Now, maybe not on all of the plays, but definitely some of them. He's just living to fight another day. And really, you have to learn to appreciate stuff like that, because I'm not freaking out either. And the reason I'm not freaking out is, when did Jared Goff play bad? And when in the game did he play good? So, because when I'm looking back through here at the NFL, so I'm going through the first 3 quarters here. I'm looking at these, and you got interception, punt, then he goes a touchdown, interception, punt, interception, touchdown, interception, punt. Now we get to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter. Touchdown, field goal, win. It doesn't matter if you have bad games, guys. It matters, when are you playing bad and when are you playing good? Jared Goff turned into the Jared Goff that we all know. Jared Goff. He turned into that guy into the fourth quarter. He wasn't that guy in quarter 1, 2, and 3. You know, some of it was dumb luck. Some of it was him just playing like shit. I mean, even the first down throw to St. Brown that got us into field goal position to win the game was like a wobble. And he caught it, and they got the first down. He just was a little bit off today or last night. So I'm not freaking out at all about that. And I got a little special thing here, because I want to be able to do this, but for you guys, I got to find this here. Let me put this in, sharing this tab instead. And just for our own entertainment, let's watch this locker room celebration. You guys want to hit that? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, that is the definition of resiliency. You guys just kept banging away, right? We did whatever we had to do, and we just bought our time. Defense, that was outstanding, man. That was outstanding. And we knew it was just a matter of time. Offense, we get our points, man. Bates, that was freaking ginormous. All right. Look, and I'll just say this again. This is what great teams do. Even when you're having an off day, you find a way, man. You freaking find a way, and you will it to happen. That's what you did today. That's what you did. I got 3 game balls. All right. I'm going to start here. All right. This guy is from here. All right. This guy's from here. No points in the second half. 2 takeaways. He is the defensive coordinator.
I love this soundbite right here. Listen to it.
I love this team. Defense, 4 tackles, 2 picks. CD. 2 picks.
I just want to say one thing, man. I swear to God, every game I'm coming out here and giving y'all my best, man. Like, I don't give a what's going on. Whether we down or we up, y'all got me.
Last but not least, 2 field goals, one on 58 yards, the other one a game winner, 52 yards, 2 extra points. Mr. Bates.
Hey, good win. Shout out my boys Jack and Hogan, man. I love you guys, and man, I'm just so happy to be a part of that operation. Love you guys.
Break it down, man.
Hey,
Listen to it. Yeah, I love Goff last words there. You cut off are really, really great too. You know, we are effing different, man. Right? We're different than the other 31 teams.
1, 2, 3.
Let's hit that.
It ain't over until it's over. That's what it is, boys. Way to
fight all day. We're fucking different. We're fucking different than all 31 in this league, all right? Win a go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Gotta love that. Gotta love it.
And that's the truth right there.
We got to get a soundbite. We got to get a drop out of that Aaron Glenn. Oh!
Yeah, well, one that isn't well, maybe I'll put a beep on it. I'll put a beep on it, and that way it'll be all good.
It sounds like young Frankenstein. Putting on the Ritz.
Man, I love the chant that we had going on in the Lions Den yesterday, where like Fairbairn, after he missed his field goal, and then we started that chant, and now you ain't as good as Bates. You ain't as good as Bates. And then he hits the game winner after that, and then we had that chant going in the Lions Den afterwards. And wow.
And I did post that video to the page just before we went on today. So that actually is on the Lions Villain Squad page, is after the game-winning field goal, and we're chanting, you ain't as good as Bates. When Kaimi Fairbairn missed their field goal to put him up in the fourth, that was the chant in the Lions Den, you ain't as good as Bates. And then when he hits it, where we're chanting it again, just an incredible atmosphere in the Lions Den yesterday, an incredible game by the Detroit Lions. What a game, what a day to be a fan of the Lions.
Okay, I found it. Let me get this thing in here. So we'll share this tab instead, put it up in there, and then here we go. Let's get this thing. A
52-yarder to win the game.
See Russell there bending down.
What's up? Get in there, baby! Let's go!
Look at the energy in there.
You ain't as good as Bates. 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 You ain't as good as Bates.
Oh,
Woo, baby!
you guys got that's the thing, man. Like, enjoy this. Like, what did Broski say right here? You know, you got to enjoy this while it is. Don't let any of the other fan bases run you down, because we're in the moment right now, right? 8-1 is just, I mean, just let it sink into your head. You've never experienced this before. If they go to 9-1, this becomes the best team ever. From a record standpoint, starting out the season, I look back through the history, Mike. There is no other history. If they go to 9-1, it is literally the best start ever. 1935. They beat Jacksonville at home. This will be the best start in the history of this unhistoric franchise.
I feel sorry for Jacksonville coming to Ford Field next week. We'll talk about that tonight on the Main Event Football Show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to look back. We're going to bask in the glow, hit a couple of different points as well tonight, and then we're going to look ahead to that Jacksonville game. And like you say, Russ, we go 9-1. That'll be new territory for the Detroit Lions franchise.
Facebook user says that Stroud only beat Goff by 5 points in passer rating. I don't know what
passer rating.
Passer rating. Goff to be might thrown 3 or 4 bad passes at most. Of it was under stress. I don't know if there were a lot of bad passes that he threw into the dirt. That's what you were alluding to a little bit earlier. It just wasn't Goff's best game, but that's what good teams do. You know, I mean, we can really go back. You go through all these wins. We've had a team that special teams dominated. We've had a couple games that defenses dominated. Particular running backs have dominated. It just, whatever way you try to stop us, we're going to hit you with the kryptonite. And we got the kryptonite for everything in this game. 23 points you gave up in the first half. You know, you went in there, had some adjustments, came out, 0 points in the second half. The defense picked it up. And Goff and the offense played out of their mind in the last quarter. And that's the only quarter that matters. You know, the quarter that leads to the end of the game.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
You know, you don't get moral victories in the NFL. That's what we really learned over the years. Oh yeah, like Packer last week. Well, we outgained you. Yeah, congratulations. Take the L. Like,
I'm gonna read this comment for you. Broski says, "Where was that, at a bar? Where did that Bates chant come from?" Well, that's a great question, Broski. The Lions Den is a private residence. Our good friend of ours, Gary, lives in mid-Michigan at a secret location. We don't give out where it's at, but it is a private residence. And what you're seeing there is one of the most extensive Lions memorabilia collections I've ever seen. He's got some pieces you won't see anywhere else. And it is just an incredible atmosphere in there. And that Bates chant comes from anytime we're like close to the goal line, we chant, run it down their throats. So we kind of just extend that chant to whatever the situation is. And when Fairbairn missed that field goal, it started as "you ain't as good as Bates," and it just snowballed from there like it usually does every week. What a great atmosphere.
Well, since I'm an egomaniac, since you won't give me credit for that, yours truly came up with "you ain't as good as Bates" after Fairbairn missed that field goal. And then we got, you know, what a incredible energy in that room. I mean, it's nice. And actually, I didn't come up with it. It was Gary. Gary came up with it. He whispered it in my ear, and then I started saying it out loud. And Gary, and then he rings the bell. Oh, bring that chant to Ford Field. I like that. We're gonna start a worldwide trend, Mike. Well, maybe not worldwide, statewide.
Mm-hmm. I like Henry Gray says, "What is a jaguar to a lion?" I don't know. I've never tangled with a jaguar, but I have choked a couple cougars. Sorry, you'll have to edit that. You'll have to edit that one out. Sorry, it sounded good in my head.
He's like, "I've never had a perfect 10, but one time I had 5 2s." Oh, Kneecap Biting says the mark of a great team is when they can overcome adversity against the odds. You see how I moved on?
You like
that? Oh my gosh. Lunch. Yep. That would be lunch to a lion. Really. I think if a lion or a jaguar in, physicality tangles with a lion, I mean, the lions are the king of the jungle for a reason.
Yeah, lions don't climb trees. I'm sure they could, but traditionally they don't. Jaguars do, so they could probably escape. They could wait that lion out up at the top of a tree.
Well, there would be a pack of lions, though, so they just take turns waiting for them to come down.
True that.
Oh, no, but these Jaguars, what was it, Mac Jones last week? What an ugly game in Minnesota. I didn't get to see the game, but I heard it was just all field goal. Sam Darnold having himself a day right there, but it don't matter. It don't matter as long as you come out with that victory, right? That's right. Donald Schwarzenegger. I don't care. I don't care if I throw interceptions. When the defense plays good, then I can get the victory. Take my hand anywhere. I'll put the entire city of Minneapolis on my back again. Donald Schwarzenegger, we're coming to get that NFC North title. Come on.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Sam. I don't know, Donald Schwarzenegger. I don't know if you can beat this team. I think that we pulled out the kryptonite against you guys, and you still haven't figured it out. We showed everybody how to stop you. And yeah, your defense played really, really well against Mac Jones.
And they won despite not scoring a touchdown.
So I'm not going to take anything away from their victory, though. They are technically they're one game behind us, but we have the tiebreaker because we won against them. So, two games. We got a 2-game lead on these guys, and they're hanging around, man. Around when you're sitting at 8-1 and you have somebody creeping. I mean, even the Packers are only a couple games behind. It's like, man, go away. Are you feeling that way? Or are you just feeling that we're in the fast lane, with our Jaguar going fast and it really doesn't matter what they're doing?
I don't know. Next week, Packers coming off a bye are going to play the Bears, and the Bears haven't beaten them in 11 straight games, I believe. So it's not looking good on the Lions front for the Packers to lose a step, knowing they have to play the Bears. And also Minnesota, if you look at their schedule, they have a very soft schedule down the stretch. So Minnesota very well could be in the mix. Green Bay very well could be in the mix. It's a bummer that Washington lost, and a bummer that Philadelphia won, because those two teams are going to be fighting it out in the NFC East. And trust me, the Packers, the Vikings, the Commanders, the Eagles, those are going to be the teams vying for those extra wild card spots for the playoff seeding. So it's going to be very interesting over the second half of the season to see how that all shakes out.
Yep. And I really just love having this running game with this like zig instead of zag. The last couple games have been Gibbs games, and the couple games before that were Knuckles games. And this dynamic, the funny thing is that Ben Johnson says they call the same running plays for both these running backs. It's the same play. It's not like, hey, this is a halfback dive that's specific. You block like this for Gibbs. You block like, no, you're running the same damn play, but you got two different skill sets that are going to hit you differently. And one of them works. That's what we're finding in every one of these games. It's like, it's working. And Houston probably did the best job at stopping the run, but it's just that we have too much firepower to keep us back. It's almost like they're trying to hold back all of this energy, and eventually it breaks through. You could see how they were stopping the run the first three quarters, and you could just see that the defensive line was like, man, they're coming again. They're coming again. And the holes got a little bit bigger, the runs were a little bit more impactful coming down the stretch. And that's what a great offensive line is going to do to a defensive line that is, even if they're playing well, they're just going to wear you down. And that's what Dave Skipper. It's nice to see Taylor Decker get the week off. I really wanted to see Zadarius Smith. Some of these guys, you really want to see him come back, but I am happy that we have a coach that isn't going to throw guys out there, even try to chance it, let's make sure these guys are nice and healthy. And then we get Zadarius Smith, who looks just like Rasheed Wallace, in my opinion. But maybe they're related. I don't know.
It was great to see Zadarius Smith on the sidelines, though, looking at the photographs and talking to the D line and, kind of pointing out things to the young guys. It was great to see his presence there on the sideline. And he tweeted later, "Great team win. I can't wait," is what he said in his tweet. So I think he's excited. Wouldn't you be excited to be coming to this team from the Cleveland Browns? I mean, goodness gracious. You are watching Lions Villain Report with Russell Wayne. Don't forget, tomorrow morning is PFF Tuesday right here on this very program. And we're going to be looking at some of these grades from the offensive and defensive linemen and some of the things that don't show up in the box score. That's tomorrow. PFF Tuesday right here on this very program, the Villain Report with Russell Wayne.
And I'm Norm McDonald. And the Detroit Lions went down to Texas. And they played a football game. And they were losing. And the other team thought they were going to win, and they didn't. I'm Norm McDonald. Okay.
I love it.
Hey, yeah, maybe my impressions aren't that good, but I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah, you thought we were going to lose, but we didn't. Adam says James Houston was on the ball last night. I agree, Adam. He's been taking a lot of shade, even from a lot of Lions fans. James Houston's been taking a lot of shade. I mean, I'm not going to say any names, Dan Davis, but you know, a lot of people saying that he was washed, and he did play good. If you look at the box score, he only had 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, one solo tackle, but he was everywhere. He was holding the edge. His speed coming from the linebacker position. They had him playing linebacker yesterday. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but he looked great. And then there's this viral video, picture of him going around with a brown stain on the back of his pants. But he tweeted out just a few minutes ago, "Hey y'all, chill. I sat on some Gatorade."
Yeah. And you know what I had to say to that, Mike? I would have probably said the same thing too if I sat my pants.
Love it.
You know what? I mean, I just think that that's a fart gone bad. I mean,
it sure looks like a fart gone bad. But he did say that, hey, I just sat on some Gatorade. You guys chill. Okay. The memes going around are insane.
Okay, you go with that, man. You tell everybody that you talk to forever. But that's all right. You know, I liked seeing that out of James Houston. Not the shitty pants, but like him actually having impact on the game a little bit. One of the things I noticed about James Houston is like he's dropping back into the coverage on that sack. When he takes a beeline to somebody, you don't shake him. He runs right through whatever move you're trying to do. It's like a heat-seeking missile. You ain't breaking a tackle from James Houston.
No, and you saw that against Justin Fields last year. Excuse me, that was probably 2022. My bad. And the game against Justin Fields, it was the exact same thing. When he gets on a straight line, none of your jukes are going to work because he's got good fundamentals taught to him by Deion Sanders at Jackson State.
Yep, and he's got that. He's got that down. So I mean, it sucks that we're probably going to lose him after this year. I mean, it's not. I don't know if you're really going to re-sign somebody like that, especially with as deep as our team is. It's like he's been stacking. Brad's been stacking talent, and it's going to be pretty cool. Even thinking like next year with Zadarius Smith, with Aiden Hutchinson, like I like our chances next year too with that defensive line with Reeder and McNeil. All those guys are coming back. You know,
I tell you what. Let's not sugarcoat it, though. James Houston, since his injury and that incredible surgery that he had, he's lost a step. He doesn't have that burst coming off the edge. He doesn't have that bend coming off the edge that gave him 8.5 sacks in his first 11 games. We are not seeing that. So very, like you said, Russ, it very well could be that he's off this team next year.
Nobody wanted to block Houston after he crapped his pants.
Well, that's why he had such a good game.
Like, heck, then screw that, dude. Go ahead, take that sack. No, the sack was him being out into coverage and then just deciding that I'm not going to wait to see if you're going to decide to run. I'm going to come after you. And he came from his linebacker position and made a beeline towards him. And CJ Stroud there was nothing that he could do. There was no move, and he's pretty quick and savvy in the pocket, but like there's something about the way that James Houston tackles. Maybe he saw all the poop coming at him and he freaked out and just like oh gosh, that's too much.
It was Gatorade, I swear.
It was Gatorade. Oh, I love some of these comments in here.
Laporta did leave the game in the fourth quarter with a shoulder injury. So a Facebook user says Laporta could miss this week.
It was the statement shit on Houston. Oh, you guys are too much. CJ was caught looking. Yeah. Well, he was trying to decide when he rolled out of that pocket. They flushed him out of the pocket, and then he was trying to make a play. They had good coverage in there, and he just made a beeline. There wasn't anybody between him. He had back behind him. He had safety help behind him, so he went to make a play, and he did. You guys, yes, Shitterade.
Blocker repellent.
Oh, Oh gosh, I gotta see if I can find. Well,
Dan Campbell at practice this week. All right, guys. Look, man. Houston shit his pants in the last game, and it really worked. We'll be serving chili for lunch today. I want everybody shit their pants before the game.
Oh, that one actually works right there.
Love stings.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's not love. Is that love? I want to know what love is. The blocker repellent. Central Scrutinizer's got it right there. That's how you do it. It's like mosquito repellent. Keeps the blockers all off of you. Little poop never hurt nobody. Poor Laporta has been plagued with injuries all season so far. You think they shut him down? Is this look serious, Mike? I mean,
yeah, you know what? He has had little nagging injuries. It's also his sophomore season, and you know, maybe that has something to do with it. And I think you can look around the league, and there's been a downturn in tight end production across the league. I don't know if this is a trend or if this is a fluke. But look at Travis Kelce's numbers. I mean, you look at some of these guys, even Mark Andrews got to go in this week, but for the first few weeks of the season, he was doing nothing. George Kittle behind pace. So there's really been a downturn in tight end play. This week, actually, it seemed to subside a little bit more than we had seen in the first 8 weeks of the season. So, Laporta nicked up, banged up here, little things there, here and there. Also, he's not sneaking up on anyone this year. People know full well about Sam Laporta after making the Pro Bowl as a rookie.
Yeah, and we have other playmakers now too. And we talked about this at the beginning of the year because it's like everybody's like, yeah, Porter's going to get 1,000 yards. Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to get 1,000 yards. Yeah. Jameson Williams is going to get 1,000 yards. Yeah. Our running backs are getting 1,000 yards. Yeah. And receiving. Yeah. And it's like, wow, is Jared Goff going to throw for 12,000 yards this year? It's like, I mean, something has to give because there's only one football. And we knew that it was coming from somewhere. I mean, we thought it would be a little more level off, but it just seems to me like we're just not throwing to the tight ends as much. We have other playmakers. They're throwing to wide receivers and running backs out of the backfield, handing the ball off. There's just more like they haven't had a need for Laporta. 3 catches for 66 yards. Even on that, it's like we're just going different places with the offense. And so I don't know if I would say that he's regressed or anything like that. We're just not using him as much. And somebody had to. You want your most dynamic playmakers to be out there making plays. And there's nothing wrong with Laporta. For a tight end, he moves really well. He can run with the football in his hand. But I would rather see Jahmyr Gibbs with the ball in his hands out in space than Sam Laporta, or Jameson Williams or Amon-Ra St. Brown. So just move down.
He did get a touchdown. Laporta did get a touchdown. And then on the Montgomery touchdown run, he had the play that set it up down to the 3-yard line, a laser by Jared Goff right on the money to Sam Laporta, and he almost got to the end zone. So only 3 catches, like you said, 66 yards and a touchdown, but they were big catches.
And it was probably on 3 targets. He didn't drop any balls or anything like that. Maybe one of the ones that threw into the dirt or something like that he didn't catch. But it's like he does everything that he needs to do. Everything asked of him. Hey, we're only going to throw you 3 balls. Okay, I'm going to catch all 3 balls. Okay, I got a touchdown too. But, even 1 catch on 3 targets, that's not his fault. It's not like he's dropping balls or playing bad. He's out there blocking. He's doing things that tight ends do. Not all tight ends just catch the ball all the time. Not all tight ends are glorified wide receivers like Travis Kelce, who are tight end in name, and they go out there and catch 12 balls. It's like, you're not a tight end. You're a big wide receiver today. And wide receivers can block too. And it was another good blocking wide receiver game, Mike. I love watching our players downfield getting blocks on the second level, springing the next level runs. Any Any team can get that first push, open up the hole. Second level, you get that 8 yard run. You can get those, but it's the blocking on a second level which opens up the explosive runs, the 20 pluses. That's blocking downfield more than it is the talent of a running back. You know, talent of a running back can see where those holes are opening up, but you need wide receivers and tight ends to be making, or in our case, it's Penei Sewell. He'll run all the way down the damn field, just chucking people out of the way. But great blocking downfield. I think that the Lions have the best blocking downfield unit, all three units being able to get down there. I love watching guys block downfield.
The Lions again yesterday, though, with an ineligible man downfield penalty on the same kind of thing they had against Tennessee, where the linemen are just an extra yard too far when they're trying to get out on the screen. So that's one of the things Lions need to clean up. The screens, they bust a nice screen play, but it gets called back on an ineligible man downfield penalty. So that's one of the things they're going to have to clean up, is trying to stay home and stay within that 1 yard until the ball is thrown. Then they can get downfield and they'll clean that up.
Yeah, and some credit has to be given to Houston on that too. On that particular play you were talking about, they got immediate pressure right in there.
Well, we let them go. That's the thing. It was a designed screen, so we let the linemen go through.
But they had guys out there for this. I don't think the screenplay was clean, meaning that when they caught the ball, some things happened, and like Zeitler's not watching for that. He's expecting it to go the way that it went in practice, and he catches it. Okay, now I'm downfield. Well, there was a little bit of delay in the exchange from Goff to get to the running back, and then setting up the blocks out there before he got out, and he got downfield. I'm not. You still got to clean it up, but I think some credit needs to be given to Houston for just kind of being over there and annoying and just holding the play up for a second. You know, even a full second.
I got to jump off of here, Russ. So I'm going to say goodbye to you and to the villains. Hope everyone has a great day. Don't forget the Main Event Football Show tonight at 7 p.m. We're going to go off the beaten path, talk about a few topics. We're also going to look ahead to the Jacksonville game. Don't forget tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. It's the Lions Villain Report, and it's PFF Tuesday. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you later.
Boom. That's Main Event Mike right there. You catch him out there. Catch him doing that thing. Tonight at 7 o'clock, I'll be producing. I'll probably jump in. I definitely want to. I got some comments that I want to make on that Jacksonville game. But let's get back in these comments. Right there, Johnson keeps them guessing. He sure does. Jeremy says that Brian Branch is loudly putting himself in Defensive Player of the Year category. Brian Branch batted so many passes away. CJ Stroud is screaming his name and waking up in the middle of a cold sweat. Brian Branch had a great game yesterday. Nice bounce back game after the double birds. And, when we're in the Lions Den, we have those third down things that we actually wave them up in there like they can see them when we're in the Lions Den. But now I think that we're going to go for the double bird on third down. Just wave the middle fingers at the screen instead of the third down signs. And that's all because of you, Branch. Oh, man, you're watching a Lion Villain Report. It's faith, family, and then football in that order. We don't want to see players get hurt. I asked the pastor of my church to send me a video of praying for the players. And I want to start doing that. I think I'm going to start doing that either this week or next week, whenever I get that video done in there. But faith, family, and then football. Faith, and then family, and then football. We use football to create the memories, and we don't let football use us. And we don't want to see any of the players get injured on either side. I don't like seeing injuries. I'd rather see all of the most healthy guys play. I don't celebrate injuries. And I think it's okay for us to pray for the players' safeties. And there we go. Panay is a Pro Bowl offensive player of the year. I think that he's going to be all pro again. I think he's the best player on our team. Panay Sewell. I love that. Laporta's becoming the Kittle type of tight end, and when they do block like that, they are more prone to injuries. I knew what you were saying. Facebook is so athletic. He had a great game yesterday. Yes. If that field goal was a 1 yard, or if that field was wider last night, Gibbs would have ran for 3 long touchdowns. Yeah, he had that sideline on that one. I was like, oh, that was Mr. Zeitler. That's Mr. Zeitler to you. If you enjoy talking Lions football in a free country, thank a vet today. That's true. Today is Veteran Day. And we thank the veterans. My father was a veteran in the Vietnam War. And I get to have stupid opinions and have all of these things in my life. And I'm allowed to say what I want to say. I'm allowed to follow the God that I want to follow. Freedom. And that's because of the blood, sweat, and tears of our veterans. So thank you, Jeffrey. The Central Scrutinizer says Waymo was impressive. He took some big hits. He made some good catches. He made some very good catches that, like Goff wasn't that far on. A 3rd and 16, I think it was, on that drive that they scored a touchdown on. And he caught another 3rd down catch on that same drive. He was huge. He was huge for that one. Faith Family Football. I love your show. Thank you. I dig it. I love talking football. Awesome show, Russell. Thank you. And thank you to the veterans. I love that. I love seeing how we all band together on this. And we thank the vets. Thank you to Adam. 8 years USAF here. Happy Veterans Day to us all. The bad guy. It was odd. I was calm the whole game and seeing so many Lions fans freaking out. Do y'all believe any quarter that we can be down to come back? Jake Bates and Jesus for the win. I love it. Yeah, I was going around the Lions Den. We were all pretty calm on it too. I mean, it wasn't doom and gloom in the Lions Den like it used to be. I mean, it's hard when you know that your team doesn't have the DNA to come back in the game. And that's something that Lion fan has went through for years and years and years and years and years. It's like the team comes back, or they start blowing us out. Like Stafford was the master of almost coming back in a lot of those games. Because I remember having a fight with a lot of Lion fans about, Stafford, he's so good. He almost came back if it wasn't for everybody else. Leave Stafford alone. And Stafford would always almost come back. And he's had a couple stinkers like Jared Goff too, where he's throwing a lot of interceptions. Some of Matt Stafford would throw pick sixes, and then he would come back in the game almost, and then we would end up losing. But they came all the way back. This is different. If you want to say it's same old Lions, the definition of same old Lions has changed then. If there's people that are out there that still believe same old Lions, I'm going to change the definition of it. It is no longer post-traumatic same old Lions. It's not same old Lions anymore, unless we're talking about a different thing. You know, Dan Campbell got here, and since 2022, the same old Lions is winning. Huh? Lions won again. Up. The Lions won again. Up. The Lions won again. Same old Lions. Yeah, same old Lions. Another win in Lambeau. Another win against the Vikings. Another division title. More playoff wins. Same old Lions. Another playoff win. Same old Lions. Oh, they were down by 16. Oh, they came back again. Same old Lions. You see, I can't say same new Lions. That means I've submitted and I let same old Lions guy win so much that I can change it to same new Lions. No, you're the one that came out. I'm Eminem up in this mug. I'm Eminem up in here. I'm going to take what you said against me and I'm going to use it on you. No, it's same old Lions. It's becoming part of the DNA. Same old Lions. Whooping teams' asses. Same old Lions. Because if you think of who are the best Lions teams ever, not the same new Lions, the same old Lions. The same old Lions, like the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. We're taking the throwback. We're changing the definition. Same old Lions. It's reverse psychology. That's exactly what it is. I'm not intimidated with it anymore. I've heard people say same old Lions for so long. It's like it just brushes right off of. I've heard it so many times. SOL. It's different now, Adam. SOL. What does SOL mean now? This is SOL now. Oh, Lions win again. Same old Lions. Oh, the Packers are running their mouths again. We got to go to Lambeau and play. Well, beat their ass. Same old Lions. Get used to it. That way, when those trolls come at you with same old Lions, you're like, yeah, we like that. We don't want anything to change. The old Lions, if you want to go back to the championship teams, those are the old teams. Before Super Bowls were made, the Lions won 4 championships with the old teams. Same old Lions. Forget that whole Super Bowl era. Up until now. Up until the Dan Campbell era. It's the era of Dan Campbell and grit. It takes more. And they were willing to do more. The bad guy says, I don't care what the haters are saying about us breaking our own records and how easy it was. We don't have a lot of records that's relevant, and what matters what we're doing is what we're doing right now. No, but the thing is we are breaking old records. We're breaking our own records. And it's not easy. What do you mean it's easy? Right now, the Lions are breaking records of championship teams that played for the Lions. When the Lions won championships in the 50s, they started 8-1 in 1954 or 1953. One of those two. If they go 9-1, it'll be like no other team ever for the Lions. We've never had a 9-1 team. We've never had a team start 9-1. So And I don't believe that you don't care what the haters are saying about you. The first thing that people do is say they don't care, which means that they do care. We do care. We do care what the haters say. That's why we have talk shows. So we can talk about them. And when it's our turn to talk, then we can talk. Then we can talk back. We can have our overreaction opinions. We're living in a moment, guys. 8-1. 8-1 for the first time since the 50s, comparing our team right now to championship teams. Championship teams from the old country. The same old Lions used to drive around in 57 Chevys, which was my dad's favorite car. You got to take that throwback. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars next week. It's a great day to be a Lion fan. There we go. Oh. This is the Lion Villain Report. You can join me every day, Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. We're talking Lions football. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be doing the PFF Tuesday. We're going to go through all the nerdy stats. We can line up. I don't know how great it's going to look. Might not look so good. And then Wednesday, we're doing the Hump Day preview, which we're going to go dive deep into the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing. Thursday, we're going to do the lock picks. We're going to see how we did. Saturday morning live, we'll do the key matchups. What are going to be the biggest matchups? Last week, I really thought it was a coaching battle. This was a coaching battle between Dan Campbell, you know, with our coordinators. That they got a good coaching staff in Houston. That's a good football. That's a good football team. They're going to win some more games this year. We just did a good job against them. But this is the Lion Villain Report. We are brought to you by NFL Shop. You can use the code in the comments and save up to 30% off of your order. Our Facebook program will go out to support Riker Wayne's World. That is my son. He has special needs and a rare genetic disorder that's being studied by the University of Michigan. And my wife's Facebook page is documenting the journey for our family, and she also a great resource for parents who have children with special needs. So if you are commenting using stars, thank you for supporting our journey. It's faith, family, and then football, in that order. We use football to spend time with our family. We use football to create the memories. We don't let football use us. So I'm going to get out of here. But before I do, I want to say a blessing over your life. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. And that'll be tonight for the Main Event Football Show. God bless you guys. Peace out.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lies to sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose, move on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running and maybe we just keep winning, we conquering daily. envision and pay me. It's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.